Hi guys, it's Bunny. Welcome to my show. Hope you guys doing well during the lockdown. Hope everything okay. Hope fine. I'm good. I'm doing really well. As it's been like this locker, I could also been feeling global. Anyways, so I'm waiting to my whole connection last quarter to become by her Facebook because I need this for my profile for next year doing I don't know what's in my hard work. So I really I got Facebook. Been looking through my Facebook. You've been with the best hard work for my profile. When I'm looking through, I said, really, baby, I thought that would be great to show you all my hard work because some people do really have other kind of style. I thought it would be great. Only big by John Free, the best Facebook, but apparently for because one Facebook only been one of the best sessions, best movie. That's it. But don't free, I will show the rest of them. Let's get on the video. So I'm too hard. I decided it college. I've been sending this for 3 years. Because I haven't seen her, which is really faster course. They don't have a faster course at best college. So I have to big hard, but assumption I will into it hard though. For my first year, I sent a level 2 hard. I decided I thought grade 4 sister star. Level 3, I have stipulations to develop. So me I have to send this course for 2 years to achieve my full level. So level 3 is what I got grade double digits. And then by following level 3 E2, I go grade 4 double digits. If you don't want that should be especially like parts now grade C, period B, grade B, and the digits like grade A fail be just part of the course. So yeah, I got all sections. I'm really proud about my honors because I thought I would issue section honors. My level 2 design. Okay, this is timeline of how each is ready to rebuild. I did this one. I have to face the hunting. Then you have research. I really hate research. What they ever it costs. They is my for granted. Probably your best favorite. So I'll be like Julia, but that's the same line. Don't realize it, cause your best favorite. That's really bad. This is my value of this. I improve or what I like, what I dislike, blah blah. This is. You ever been to hold 2 pieces? Yeah. At the story here at the painting. I don't really like it. I should look that was so terrible, but I never buy. I can next one or what my favorite is pop horn because it's really bright color and really colorful. I'm sure I will favorite pop horn. My pop horn. It's my abstract horse. Decided to do my extension work because I found abstract it's really interesting, so I decided to oh yes, oh my god, probably one about achieve because it should be about 4 or 5 hours to finish this. I don't finish it finishes. I better finish it. So artwork is only fingerprints. Yeah. So artwork is different prints. I bet the what's your favorite of the sample? Yeah. I think I have to put some you pay maximum. That is. I think I have to like first of all and the patient to see how really sport. This really hard work. That's really low, the bowl, low visual avatar. And they say with this one. Anyway, there is watercolor. What about working? This hard because I really hate watercolor. Your favorite because I find it really difficult. From hiding what you want to pity of threat sexes. And there is my watercolor mark. I'm really impressed with this because I even thought I would achieve watercolor. But I will outlook. It's really beautiful color background. It's really beautiful. So I bullets that are dedicated to our sport. I'll be the one. And this is my bullets. I really like outlook. You are really beautiful. Look at the sweat page. Obviously, I love both. This section is to be your whole subject when you walk for KO exam. So I was designed to be food because I love food so much. So this is my like example or some hanging where I painted this spectrum like literally full face. You will see how detailed the spectrum is like. New all this material you can there. There is like what percentage you use. There is by I paid the new pump hard style. A new eyelash right here. It's really low though. And there is my new British style. I really appreciate what I don't know girl. It's really beautiful though. There is like I think a new big portrait flip. But I just saw on this one like pump hard. I need this image for my KO exam. I really like really came for. I really outlook that really good. And then this one, oh my god, this is crazy every dog. It's a meter, my painter. I just swap my Forbes start burning. To have you cut each square. I just see this square. So I have 2 parts and then cut each square and then paint each square. That's really low process. I think about 4 hours to finish this. To paint it out, bring the wall and the square is really small. Now the paint is really tired. I need to make the play clean right here. And then this one. Okay, I see when I look the emission. When I control this like there's no way I control like this. It's just small about pump hole. It's crazy. This one is actually I feel really cute face like kawaii. And then this one it's pump hole as well. Level 6 dark. Next one is about level 3. So it's my boss face. official or the different horses. Of the people, different horses. What or I really like about the artwork. And you know, I really Photoshop, so I like to put it there so it can remind me how you do it. Like if I forgot how to use it, so I can't look. This page, this is my training. I will do stage with and pick the photo of my favorite plant to stage with. The colors. What is level 3 double? And then the problem was my favorite textbook. There is like black page of textbook with the white writing. Yeah. There is for copying textbook. It's dark green. You can create a paper. I've done all the colors get picture. Yeah. And then build about your favorite episodes. And this one is build. I look because this because they see between and the car, yeah. That's my favorite picture. And then I find you. And then some beautiful shoes. I'm going to see where my friends Nico and trust me. But favorite, yeah. I like to do something really dangerous. I never see people do that before, so I like to be like fast punch. Do it this technique. So yeah, it's all my fucking thing. One is really weird finances. But my favorite surprise. But it's when it's just a bomb. But my favorite though. I'm showing you what kind of picture. So I have to use the actual apple. Because the have probably just apple on the picture because they're similar. One, two. So it's a very green or V1. I really intrigued you realize the factor because I know the six sort of I have a set of 6 different soups because soups when you put it it's very tricky at the back time. This also pink autumn. I'm gonna smell my cleanness. The really tongue twist, so I'm gonna try to for this one. And so I'm gonna paint the autumn. So this pink it's a pattern or dress. The importance, the process of how you banking. Really hopeful because this because I was supposed to do it because this time I did that job the other day to really college but I got back. It's been a long day of college. I was really forced to paint finishes, so that's how to look. That's really bad. Anyway, so this bad and the funny way. So that's it, this video. I really hope this video inspire you, maybe to buy cause crazy hard so or maybe see the hardcore credits. I really hope you interest. I will see you in next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.